Yes, there are several clinical trials investigating immunotherapy treatments for malignant ovarian mesothelioma. Mesothelioma is a type of cancer that develops from the mesothelium, which is a protective lining that covers most of the body's internal organs. The ovaries are one site where malignant mesothelioma can develop. Unfortunately, malignant ovarian mesothelioma is an aggressive form of cancer with poor prognosis. Current standard treatments, such as chemotherapy, do not provide long-term benefits for most patients. Therefore, there is an urgent need to develop more effective therapies. Immunotherapy is a promising new class of treatments that works by boosting the body's own immune system to fight cancer. Here are some of the active clinical trials exploring immunotherapy for malignant ovarian mesothelioma. One of the largest clinical trials testing immunotherapy for ovarian mesothelioma is a phase 2 trial of pembrolizumab, Keytruda. Pembrolizumab is a type of immunotherapy drug known as a PD-1 inhibitor. It works by blocking PD-1, a protein on immune cells called T cells that helps tumors avoid detection and destruction by the immune system. By blocking the PD-1 pathway, pembrolizumab helps boost anti-tumor immune responses. This open-label, single-arm trial, NCT03-038350, aims to enroll 50 patients with relapsed or refractory mesothelioma, including ovarian mesothelioma cases. The primary outcome is objective response rate. As of late 2022, the trial remains open and actively recruiting patients at multiple centers across the United States, Canada, and Europe. Another PD-1 inhibitor being tested in mesothelioma is nivolumab, Opdivo. A phase 2 trial, NCT02628067, is studying nivolumab monotherapy in patients with relapsed mesothelioma of any histological subtype, including those with malignant peritoneal, ovarian mesothelioma. The trial completed enrollment in 2020 with 45 patients and results are still pending. Meanwhile, a phase I trial, NCT02716272, is combining nivolumab with ipilimumab, which is a CTLA-4 inhibitor that also works to enhance anti-tumor immune responses. CTLA-4 and PD-1 are co-inhibitory receptors that tumor cells exploit to evade the immune system. Dual blockade of both pathways may achieve better efficacy. This trial completed enrollment in 2018 with 27 advanced mesothelioma patients, including those with ovarian involvement. Preliminary results showed the combination had an acceptable safety profile and encouraging signs of clinical activity. In addition to PD-1/PD-L1 inhibitors, cancer vaccines are another type of immunotherapy approach. A phase I/II trial, NCT01649024, evaluated M5T4, a modified vaccinia Ankara vaccine encoding the tumor antigen 5T4, in patients with platinum-refractory/resistant mesothelioma including ovarian disease. 5T4 is a protein often expressed in mesothelioma tumors. The vaccine aims to induce a T-cell response against tumor cells presenting 5T4. Results from the completed phase I part showed the vaccine had a favorable safety profile and induced T-cell and serological immune responses against 5T4. The exploratory phase 2 part is studying efficacy based on progression-free and overall survival. Additional details and longer-term outcomes are still pending finalization. Adoptive cell therapy utilizing genetically engineered T cells is another promising immunotherapy approach. This involves collecting a patient's own immune cells called T cells, modifying them with genes encoding receptors that help the T cells recognize and kill cancer cells, then expanding large numbers of these engineered T cells in the laboratory and infusing them back into the patient. A phase I trial, NCT03610490, is testing this approach for patients with relapsed, refractory pleural and peritoneal mesothelioma, which would include ovarian involvement. In this trial, T cells are engineered with a mesothelin targeted chimeric antigen receptor, CAR T cells, since mesothelin is commonly expressed in mesothelioma tumors. The primary goals are to evaluate the safety and maximum tolerated dose of the CAR T-cell therapy. Enrollment completed in 2021 and results are pending. While still in early stages of research, immunotherapy is generating hope as a potential new treatment option for malignant ovarian mesothelioma, which currently has limited treatment options and poor prognosis. Ongoing and planned clinical trials are actively investigating PD-1/PD-L1 inhibitors, cancer vaccines, and CAR T-cell therapies, as well as combination immunotherapy approaches. These trials aim to demonstrate improved efficacy over chemotherapy alone while maintaining safety and tolerability for patients. Further results are still eagerly awaited to guide future clinical applications of these promising new immunotherapies for this rare but aggressive cancer.